What is going on, all you D words? And by D, I mean doggies. It's Matt with Beardius Gaming coming at you with Age of Empires 2, Age of Kings. Where we had last left off, we're currently building up a military force, an elite strike team, kind of an A team, if you will. And right now, I'm just killing all our champions because we don't need them. They're not really doing much for us. That's actually kind of irritating, but I'm not going to spend the money to repair it. If anything, I'll just fucking blow it up. I don't know. And, because I need to free up some space. I have a pretty big strike team as it is. Let's get some Cavaliers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get them rallied up over there. Actually, let's get rid of one. That should do it. Those are bombards and monks. Paladins. Let's lead off with paladins. And we're just going to drop these guys off right here. Oh my god, this guy. Huh. And we got a puppy on the loose here. I don't know what he's doing. Seems to be sniffing out areas he should be. So he might just have to help me out with the recordings. No, puppy, no. No, you don't do that. Alright, so, yeah, we have a very curious dog here. And let's see. Let's get these guys offloaded. Perfect. Alright, so do we have a control group 1? We do.
Verax.
Somehow the monks got in there, but that's alright. Actually, no, it's not. Let's get you guys out.
Cavalier.
And let's just do that. There. There. I have to be right back. Alright, so got our paladins getting created. I just had to find our missing puppy bone here. Puppies, what can you do? What can you do? Alright, so I don't even know. Now that let's actually get... These guys should be good. Farm exhausted. Oh, we gotta get down here. These guys are... These guys are gonna slack off if I don't stay on top of them. Jesus Christ.
Pastisor.
Alright, we'll load these guys up, and then we're just gonna go...
L'hiver. Oe.
These guys are gonna be control group 3. This guy's control group... He's still control group 9, so that's alright. Let's get these guys all in control group 1. And we're gonna do some scouting.
Prêt. L'hiver. Que fait? Azul. Que fait? L'hiver.
Ohé.
L'hiver. Que fait? Da. Prêt. Prêt. Bonne joie.
There we go.
Que fait? Oh yeah.
Prêt. Livré.
Oh shit, I need to get our card up here. I think it's gonna get bushwhacked. And then that's just gonna be the dumbest noob move we could ever do.
Prêt. L'hiver.
Ohé. Certes.
Pastisor.
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 Jesus
Pastisor.
Christ.
Pastisor.
Prêt. Certes. Da.
Ooh, we're running out of siege cannons. Alright, stand ground, boys.
Prêt. À la bataille.
And this should be a resounding win for the French. I read up a little bit more on this particular battle. And it sounds like the French commander, it was John, not Fastolf. It wasn't Fastolf. I think he was in the other Joan of Arc mission, but he was the Earl of Shrewsbury, which is where these.
Que veuillez.
Let's get you guys back.
Oh,
then.
yeah.
How about that?
À la bataille.
There we go. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Cueilleur. Da.
I'm hoping this will be close enough so I can actually still kind of protect them. Can they make the shot? Can they make it? I think they'll be able to. Oh yeah. They're gonna sneak right in there. They don't give a fuck. Look at these guys. Bombards just launching in there. Looks like they got some barracks. I might have to watch out for them producing some units in post haste, but other than that. Oh yeah. Very fastly becoming a crowd. Alright, let's get these guys in. Let's get you guys in there.
Cueilleur. Prêt. À la bataille.
Prêt. Certes.
Que fait?
Bust this, and we didn't lose a single bombard cannon. Look at that. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Vive la France!
We are victorious! Alright, let's see what we actually were dealing with. Wow, that's a fairly extensive base. Looks like they were building something down here. I don't know what. Had some cavaliers down here. Cavaliers got a keep. That would have been a... Looks like that's where they were engaging in some deforestation. That actually wasn't that far to the south. That could have... I wouldn't say that really would have gone south for us, but... they had another... I don't know. It looks like they were building up. I don't know what they were doing with it, though. What's this guy? Fisherman. Alright, that's fine. This guy's just kind of chilling. These guys... that would have been a tough nut to crack, though. A lot of keeps. Longbowmen. Well, whatever. We won it. And let's see what we have, if there's any...
A century of
There it
English
is.
toil, blood, and victories was reversed in a little over a year by a teenage girl. The 100 Years' War has ended. Even more importantly, Jean's acts reignited a sense of French nationalism. Peasants and nobles alike no longer belong to lords and kings, but to France herself. We will not let Jean be forgotten. Already statues and stained glass portraits have been commissioned in hundreds of towns and cities throughout France. Her verdict of guilt was rightfully reversed, and eventually Joan of Arc was beatified as a saint. Sometimes the outcome of history is determined by strength of arms, other times by happenstance. But in 15th century France, history was determined by the will of a young girl, the only person in history to command the armies of an entire nation at the age of 17.
Alright, so there you have it. We built up a pretty hefty force by the end. Looks like mostly organized in the military. Economy was pretty bumping, but the British had a solid economy. Burgundy, they didn't really have much going on for them, but we got rid of them fairly early. Same with Shrewsbury. So yeah, it was the Earl of Shrewsbury. I've forgotten his name. I can't remember. He actually died. I think his horse took a cannonball shot, and then when he was pinned down, an archer just ran up and hacked him up with an axe. So not a very dignified death for a nobleman, but that's what happened. And with his death, that was really the end of the 100 Years' War. I don't really think that's what they said about it being reversed in a little over a year, because I think the Siege of Paris was 1429. I think this battle was like almost 30 years later, like 1453. I mean, somebody might need to fact check me, but I'm pretty sure that's what I read. Again, I'm not 100%. I didn't really read too much up on Joan of Arc in college, despite having a degree in history. It wasn't really my forte, but what I'm reading here, that seems to be what it's pointing to. I'm glad that actually went. That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a bitch, and it kind of is. You have to rush to, you really want to rush, get those. I think that's the key to to that mission, is to rush, get Burgundy and Shrewsbury out ASAP, especially on harder difficulties. Only because the lack of resources in that initial area. I mean, I think for what you begin with, I think that's the easiest tactic to use, is get rid of the southern Burgundy base, because it sounds like there's only military units in the north, and then you just got to be ready for that counterattack. So once you start nailing on their villagers in the south, they're going to send all their military units, which it caught me unawares initially. I sent all my military units down south to deal with the base, left like very little in the backfield, and the Burgundians snuck in and kind of stuck it to my rear end. And then Shrewsbury. The hardest thing with Shrewsbury is getting your units up there past all those British units. But if you can do that, knock them out, you should be good. And then, of course, my guys ran into that British. I don't know if that was just happenstance or if that was a trigger based off of my actions. That British force with the Cavaliers and the Longbowmen, who took out all my heroes except for Lahir. He was the sole survivor of that engagement. I don't know. But that went south. I'm surprised I pulled it out. I had enough left to actually rout them and get back to base. I thought that for sure was going to bone me in the end, because there were so many paladins in that force. that it just advancing. I guess I should have known. I mean, I'd have to advance anyway. And I think I kind of overdid it. I mean, yeah, look, that was 2 hours. That was a hefty fucking mission, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I kind of want to get into the next campaign, the Saladin campaign, or Saladin, the Crusades. I think around specifically the Third Crusade was when he came about, and I think he attacked. Was he the second or third crusade? I can't remember. It's been a while. But I think he did go against Richard the Lionheart. But he's a very well-known. I guess I don't know if you call him Arabic, because I don't think he hails from the Arabian Peninsula. But Middle Eastern. I don't want to call him folk hero, because there was a real person, but historical figure. I don't know how Middle Easterners look at him now, but from my understanding, he's kind of on par with like Richard the Lionheart, even almost maybe a Joan of Arc kind of character, to be honest. But that, and I also kind of want to get back into I want to break it up so I don't get burned out on one series, which can happen, especially when this is some of the older RTSs. Age of Empires is one of the older RTSs out there. So it's really before, you're not going to see like missions like in StarCraft 2 where each mission has a unique kind of flavor to it, keeps it fresh, keeps you coming back for more. You're not going to have perks and achievements you can unlock by trying to tackle it different means, tackling a mission different ways. It's pretty much going to be, I mean, they try and give a different flavor, but I mean, this is the same thing as, there was another mission, I think, in, it couldn't have been William Wallace had to be one of the earlier missions in Joan. Fastolf, I think, the one I'm thinking of, where you had to grind up to the castle or Imperial Age and then just build your force of paladins up with your heavy cavalry, with your archers. But then again, maybe since we're going to be tackling a different civilization, so far we've been dealing with kind of Western Europeans, and the French. That's how they play. They have excellent heavy cavalry. Maybe with the Saracens, we'll be able to. Maybe it's a different kind of thing. Same with Genghis Khan. I mean, the Mongols were renowned horse masters. So maybe this is going to be more geared towards light cavalry and cavalry archers. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting. Puppy's on the roll again. Interesting theory that I kind of want to take a look at. Thank you again for joining me. I guess that's it. That's it for Joan of Arc. It's been a doozy. 16 episodes. And 16 episodes. A lot of hours clocked in. And one rogue puppy. But that's it. I don't know. I kind of want to keep you guys guessing. Maybe I'll do a couple. I was just so excited. I got a little bit of time off here from the house repairs. So I could get kind of ahead on some episodes, maybe see if I can upload maybe 1-2 episodes a day, and that should be good. Thank you again for joining me. Please, please, please make sure you're giving me all that love and hate down below. Click on some of the ads, people. Wink, wink. And I will see you again next time.